Item 1, discussion and possible action regarding the state designating a bird and habitat conservation area along the south bank of Lake Houma along Hollywood Road from St. Louis Canal to Williams Avenue to protect a pair of nesting Limpkin birds known for eating the invasive apple snail. Mr. Darren Guidry?
Yes. I was contacted by Ms. Kathy Rhodes of the Terrebonne Birding Society concerning a rare species, and I'll maybe get her to tell you a little more about it, but the area in which this rare species is nesting is in Mr. Planus Prather's district, and she and I have been working together to make sure that these rare birds are protected. And Ms. Rose, could you, if you don't mind, get up and tell us a little bit about this bird, why it's important to protect them, and exactly how rare it is to see these birds in.
Your name, please.
My name's Kathy Rhodes. I'm Vice President of the Terrebonne Bird Club. On January 31st, a Limpkin was spotted on, a pair of Limpkins were spotted on North Hollywood Road, Lake Houma. It is only the second sighting in Louisiana ever. The first sighting was only in December on Lake Buff in Lafourche Parish. Why the bird's here, we don't know, okay? But the bird's main diet is apple snails and clams. The apple snail is an invasive species here, so we're hoping this bird colonizes here and might help. It may not eradicate it, but it'll help control it perhaps. But it's 20 days today since the bird was first spotted. I guess about a week ago, I noticed the shoreline has been completely trampled down. Everyone's just looking to get their picture, but as long, you can still see where it's at. The bird has now created a nest and is nesting, okay? You can see the nest from the road when the bird is standing up, okay? I was angered when I saw a woman encroaching upon the bird on purpose, just to get a photograph. And I went home and I did a rant post on our Facebook page. And the next day I wrote a long letter to my councilman, Mr. Guidry. He was very responsive. And as soon as Mardi Gras was over, he and I met with Mike Toops, parish manager. And we discussed the situation. And we don't want to keep people away, because this is a big thing in the birding community, okay? Anyway, we talked about what could be done. He said he would ask Mr. Dove permission, and by the next day, some orange fencing was put up. I made some signs. When I posted that and explained to the Bird Club and a couple of other birding sites, the outpour of appreciation has been overwhelming, okay? Appreciative to our parish officials also for getting this done. Lots of remarks just for thanks, but the biggest one I saw was this might have saved the existence of Limpkins in Louisiana. So,
and you know, it's not done alone. You know, Mr. Mike Toops helps, and of course he talked to Mr. Dove, and I spoke to Mr. Planus Prather because it's in her district. Everybody had to be on the same page to make the fencing happen, and everybody was very supportive, and that's how you know, it happened. You know, thank you for bringing it to my attention, and we put this on just to inform the council, and Vanita's going to put a little resolution together just designating for the next 90 days that area as just a bird and habitat conservation area, just to make the public aware.
One more short thing, please.
Okay.
In the 20 days that this area has been listed as a hot spot in the birding community, it has ranked up to 13th already in Louisiana. They've already identified 81 species in this area, just off of this little section, which is tremendous. So I think there's going to be a lot of birding activity here. So that's it.
And I did contact the Houma Terrebonne Convention and Visitors Bureau, and they sent people out there, first of all, to clean, because unfortunately there was garbage that was out there. And they made sure it was all cleaned up, and then they are spreading the word right now to see if we can fill our hotel rooms and such with people who are going to get an opportunity to see a bird that is not seen within probably 1,000 miles. I mean, Central, South Florida, and South America. So thanks, Ms. Rhodes, and I see we have some other.
Mr. Planet President.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. And Kathy, I want to thank you so much. Darren immediately got in touch with me. I said, let's work together on this. I'm excited. It's in my district. I ride there. I live right around the corner. And I see the amount of people coming. And it's bringing tourism. Also, people are coming in to see that rare bird. Also, I can remember years ago when I first was on the council, Mr. Ray Boudreau talked about Lake Houma and making that a bird sanctuary. Along 90, LA 182, as well as that, not so much that area where the nest is, but maybe it's something we definitely need to look into, because with birds coming, like you said, maybe we need to designate that. Maybe we can get grants and make that an area and bring in.
I'd love to see a bird walk.
Yes.
A walkway.
Yeah, so maybe that's something we can, yes.
One day.
Yeah, but that's what Mr. Boudreau was talking about, exactly what you're talking, to where people can actually walk and
like down in Chauvin.
Yes, yes. So I want to thank you, and also I didn't understand how important it was to protect that nest, because people were actually going and trying to disturb that nest. So thank you so much for the group that y'all have. It's the Bird Club.
Terrebonne Bird Club.
And also, I would love for them to come, or y'all to come on a regular basis and kind of give us some input on the birds and what's going on in the parish.
Okay.
Because I did not know that we had a group like this, and it's so important.
We have a Facebook page.
Oh, wow. I'm going to go get on it and start looking. But like Darren said on Wednesday, we're going to go ahead and do that resolution. And I wanted to put it on here, I told him, so the whole council could know what was going on. So thank you, Mike, for jumping in. And Mr. Dove's not here, but also jumping on it so quick. Thank you.
Mr. Mormon?
What's the name of your Facebook page?
Terrebonne Bird Club.
Okay. I think you need to contact Wildlife and Fisheries, and I could help you do that. And,
in regards to
there's birds here, and they'll probably send their agents to, like, they're around patrolling, so if people are trying to walk to it, and I'm sure they'll enforce it.
That area is also open to fishermen, so it's hard to protect it completely.
I think I saw it on Hollywood Road. It's it's how many feet from the road? It's a couple hundred feet.
It's off the shoulder.
Right on the shoulder.
I had a post on Facebook today that someone was here, and they said the bird was in 10 feet of the fence yesterday.
All right. Okay, but I still think you should try maybe to. They have a Facebook page, and maybe if you post it on there, and they will help you in some kind of way.
I knew Paul Yackamsack back when, but I don't know who's in charge of it now.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Navy?
Ma'am, if that's your group, or who's out there filming and taking pictures? That's you?
That's tourists.
Okay. Yeah, every time I pass, I'm like, I thought they saw some big old alligator or something. That's what they were looking at. Okay. All right.
Thank you all. Item 2.